I think one of the goals of the Eastern European Women's Academy is to challenge candidates and our participants to think differently and to understand that the traditional way of going about campaigns, which is to put a lot of effort into coming up with the best policy proposals and to create a very detailed and big document that says this is our manifesto. Instead, it's to focus on the unique attributes of the individual candidate. So we ask 3 questions that candidates need to ask themselves, which is why me, why us, and why now? This is something that comes from an organizer in America named Marshall Gans, who was very successful in getting candidates, getting political organizations to be more introspective and to making connections with voters and with volunteers and with potential donors at a more personal level. And so what we do with our participants, with the candidates here at the EWA, is to force them to ask themselves, why am I doing this crazy thing? Because in all of these countries, politics and being a politician is not something that is necessarily desirable. It's not something that is easily understood why somebody who has a successful career or a comfortable life would be crazy enough to go into politics and to put themselves through this process. So there is something about the fact that these women are here participating in the EWA, acknowledging that they want to do something in elected office that makes them unique. And we're really trying to find ways to encourage them to talk about that, because that's a very powerful motivation. That connects with the voter. It shows some authenticity. Being able to not be afraid to talk about it in those terms. Even though all of our participants are incredibly qualified, have impressive CVs, they've done a lot of things, they have a lot of accomplishments, to get at the root of who they are and what is motivating them to do this is going to give them a chance as a candidate to stand out. It's going to be different. They're going to sound different. They're going to act different. They're going to look different than all of the other traditional politicians in their country. And from our past experiences, from research that we've done in all these countries, it shows that voters are in desperate need. They're crying out for more politicians, more candidates who are authentic, who can tell stories, who can relate to the situations and the challenges that they have in their own homes, in their own families. That's what we're trying to encourage our participants to do. And it's great to see them come in with, I think, a preset notion of what they should do and how they should act and what they should say as a candidate, and then go through the process of the training and realize that in order to have success, they can do things differently. In fact, they should do things differently. And that, yes, nobody in their country or in their party has necessarily done it, but we've got all of these successful examples of EWA graduates and other successful female politicians in Europe who have done things differently and have succeeded. And that gives more motivation to them.